I'm Jack Taylor, digital editor with CARPology magazine, and today I'm joined by Mr. Mark Fisher, the new owner of the Frimley complex. We're down at Frimley today to talk about the future of the complex and all matters pertaining to syndicates, what's available, how you can join if you want to, and the plans that Mark's got for the future of the lake. So Mark, first of all, thank you very much for having us down.
No, thank you for coming.
Thank you. And I guess, you know, as we're sat here on pit 1 at the moment, and we could start off here, do you have plans for this lake, and if so, what do you want to do?
Yeah, well, pit 1 and this lake is going to go over to a syndicate lake.
Right.
30 people between pit 1 and pit 2.
Right.
This is roughly about an 8-acre lake. As we know, it's got some very old, lovely fish in here.
Yeah.
And pit 2 is only a 4-acre lake, and it's got some stunning small ones in there, one for the future without a doubt.
Any ideas of the number of fish that are in pit 2?
Pit 2, I think you're looking roughly about, I think it was 115 stocks a couple of years ago.
Right.
And then you're looking, as a hand pick, probably about 130
Yeah, good
in
stuff.
total. Yes.
Alright, so pit 1 obviously, that's sort of 6-7 acres in size, is it?
Yeah, they say just under 8, but yeah.
Yeah.
As we know, we probably, I don't know, yeah, the fish numbers, we've probably got 50, 60 max.
Really old fish.
Really old fish.
And the
yeah.
pretty, the
And,
scar.
stunning fish in it. So,
Yeah, a real privilege to fish any of the lakes, I think. And
Yeah.
this one's, you know, just because it's the older pit, it's by no means, you know,
Yeah, I think it's the prettiest one as well.
yeah, loads of
Out the
islands,
lot.
packed with beaches and stuff.
Very, lovely.
So-
It's got everything, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
It's got bars, it's got, you know, islands, you know. As we said before, it's a crabtree pit, really.
It is a crabtree pit.
If you wanted to start fishing,
yeah.
it's got everything
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
definitely.
it's great.
And it's good through the winter because it's shallower.
Yeah, and it does catch through the winter quite
Yeah,
consistently
it
as
does,
well,
yeah.
which, you know, a lot of the waters don't. So,
Yeah, very
you know,
good, very
it's
good.
not all rounder.
Yeah.
All rounder.
Definitely. So pit 1, then we've got pit 2. Pit 2's a bit smaller, a bit bigger.
Yeah, pit 2's roughly about 4 acres.
Yeah.
It's got a little island in the middle.
Yeah.
It's really
Underarm stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The old,
but it used to do, you know, before the fish was some stunning fish.
really stunning.
Really
fish.
stunning
Yeah.
for such a small pit.
Yeah,
It's amazing what it produced.
Yeah,
you know,
it was amazing.
It's got the naturals and everything there for it to come on to bring the fish on as well. So.
Yeah, and also since it's been opened up, I think CARPology came up, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Obviously, it was issues. Well, it depends who you speak to.
As is always in the way. Yeah.
Everyone's got an opinion,
Yeah.
but obviously it was quite vital to get wind and oxygen into it and get it moving again. So that's what they took the advice of and got it done. And
I think they've done something similar over at the North Lake, was it?
Yes,
as well?
that's right.
It's one of those things in fisheries, isn't it?
It is. It looks barren, but it has to be done.
Yeah. So I mean, plans for pit 1, because obviously this is quite, you know, I say silted up. We were stood down in one of the corners earlier, and you can see a fallen tree that's gone into the lake, and it's quite heavily silted underneath it.
Yes.
I mean,
We're going to pull all the trees that are lining the water out and thinning around as well. Yeah. It's got to be done, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So we need to do that.
I think it's good for the fishing.
Yeah, it does. You need to look after your fish.
Yeah,
that's
you
for
do.
sure.
So pit 3, you know, they say I was going to say the jewel in the crown of it, but rumours abound, don't they? You know, there's this talk of certain fish in pit 4.
I think pit 3 you've got your A-listed fish, and you know, you always get people that want to go after those big name fish.
Yeah,
don't they?
of course. Yeah.
And it, just face it, you know, I don't know how he's got. Probably got half a dozen 40s in there, nearly, isn't it?
What you got? You got Gums, Charlie's mate, Charlie. Possibly got Daisy in there. You've got Shoulders, Quasi.
I mean, it's just
loads of big fish.
And they don't even mention the 30s that are in there.
And there's loads of 30s.
I mean, there is literally loads and loads of 30s.
Yeah.
You know, we get members moaning because, you know, they got those cursey little 20 commons in there which aren't removed. So such is life.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough when you got a pit 3 ticket.
And that's a 15-acre lake as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's well proportioned.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful bars down the middle, lovely sets of pads in there.
Quite deep as well, places.
Yeah.
12, 13 foot in it, some places.
I haven't found a 13-foot spot, but maybe I haven't spent enough time plumbing it, I don't know.
Let's settle on 9 and 10 then.
Yeah, I'd say about 9 and 10. 10. Yeah, we'll go with 10. So, and pit 4, you know, pit 4 is known as the donut. I remember in the CMEX booklet it says, you know, lightly fished. I mean, I know personally, having been out on it in a dinghy back when you could do, the stock level in there is quite something.
Yeah, pit 4. If you ask me, I think it's the one for the future.
I agree.
I think it's probably the one. Maybe we'll do a 50.
Yeah.
First.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got a 25-acre lake.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's just never been fished, really. People try, come, get disillusioned,
yeah,
disappear.
I did. Did you hear about one of the anglers? He did 60-something nights.
Yeah, 61 nights.
61 nights was first fish.
Yeah.
So congratulations to that guy. Whoever he is.
Exactly.
Persistence,
mate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Fair play.
Who knows what's in there? I mean, as you say, it's quite weedy certain times of the year.
Yeah.
So you can't really fish distance.
Yeah.
But in winter you can. But you know, there's plenty of inquiries of people that want to come on there next year.
Yeah.
Big name people. So.
Yeah.
Obviously they know something.
Something's in there, isn't it?
Yeah. There is.
Yeah,
and
so
you know, it's just the potential of that lake.
Yes, massive depth.
Yeah.
Massive naturals.
Yeah.
Great weed growth.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Yeah, that's right. I think 4 years ago the biggest fish ever to come out there was 46, 7, I believe.
Yeah.
And I mean that's just unnatural.
Yeah. It's amazing.
So who knows what's in there? People tell me, you know, what's come out, you know, everything that's caught, that's all that's in it, but I don't know. I think
there's plenty to go out. Let's leave it at that. So I'd imagine that, you know, people who are interested in the Frimley and, you know, who are watching this short clip today, they might be thinking, well, that's all well and good, how do I get a ticket?
Well, I will be opening a website soon called Frimley Pits Fishery.
.com or .co.uk?
.co.uk.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just search under Frimley Pits Fishery, I'm sure it'll come up. And contact that way. Obviously, if it's a popular water and there is a bit of a waiting list on a few of the lakes, so, but yeah, no harm in adding your name and see what goes on.
No,
things happen.
I remember CMEX took a £50 deposit. Obviously, CMEX being as the previous owners, and is that something that you'll do again?
No, I mean what we tend to do is when people send these things in and ring them up just to acknowledge we got it, and then tell them how to lie lads and that kind of thing and get them down. Good stuff. Administrating that. I mean, I know CMEX done it for a huge organisation.
So with the current set of rules, it's no tree climbing, it's no wading.
Okay, right, that's changing. Tree climbing will be allowed within reason and wading within reason, because we're carp anglers, everyone likes to have a look, see what's going on, route around. As for other changes, the maggots are going, shall we say, only going to be fishing in the months of November, December, January, February of maggots, the rest of the time banned.
Total ban?
Yes, hopefully that will. It's easy to enforce then, and hopefully that will knock those fish on just those extra few pounds, just
bring
to
the
lift
weights
them
up.
That's the reasoning behind that. And when they're spawning, as we said, just as they start spawning, probably 3 weeks close it. Just to give them a rest and then crack on.
I think that's great fisheries management. It's the right thing to do.
Exactly. We've got to think of the fish. No fish, we've got no fishery.
Definitely. And if you're desperate to go fishing somewhere else.
Yeah, well, pit 4's still there.
Yeah.
You know, you can go in the wilderness.
Into the bleak.
Well, the thing we're thinking about pit 4 is, you know, fish can get away there.
Yeah.
They can't get away on the other lakes there.
No, that's true.
So, you know, that's it really.
So one of the hot topics in angling at the moment is predation and otter predation, cormorant predation, but really otter predation, tearing some fisheries apart. As you may or may not know, some lakes have been decimated. Some of the waters that have been taken over from CMEX have already been otter fenced. Mark, what are your plans? There is the River Blackwater at the back. It is very shallow. It's a gamble. How do you see
it is
panning out?
We haven't got any yet. Who knows, we might not never, but I've got to replace fencing, so obviously we've got pit 1 and pit 2, we've only got a little rickety old fencing now, so when the fencing's replaced we will make it proof.
Great stuff.
Doubt.
That's good to hear.
I mean, if it, prevention's better than anything else.
Absolutely,
so, you might as well do it once and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, we were walking around earlier, and you mentioned to me that you'd seen some decent fish in a previously unfished pit, which is affectionately known as the Gooch pit. It's about 4 acres in size.
Yeah, I don't really know because it's just hidden all over the place.
No one really knows.
It's a lot of islands and one island tucked behind her and opens up again.
Yeah.
It just keeps going on and on. I mean, effectively, it's linked all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
Could be the biggest lake in the complex, really.
Yeah. Could even have the biggest fish in the complex.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a big, nearly a record-breaking crucian carp in there. I think the biggest it's come out is 4 pounds 5 ounces. So, it's got fish in there.
It's something, isn't it?
Nothing's ever done with it. I don't know what the futures for it are. Whether we turn it stock pond, I don't know. But there's it's one for the future to do it. That's for sure.
Yeah. As we come into winter, the old rule was November you could start fishing 3 rods, so as long as you've got your rod licences. Same again, and if so, how long can you fish with 3 rods until?
Yeah, same again. I think it goes up to
end of February, March 1st?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
But double check that on the rules.
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Those hardened anglers, shall we say?
Yeah, if you want to sit through it, in the bleak, in the bleak,
yeah.
It's got to be done.
Iced up.
Sorry?
Iced up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Mat frozen, net frozen, lake frozen.
Why am I here?
Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, exactly. Wife at home in bed. Oh, God. Bizarre. Yeah, but we do it. Okay, cool. So the future for Frimley looks very bright. I personally think Mark's a good guy. I think, the ideas that we've talked about and his ideas for the future are really about fish care and fish management. Also, the numbers aren't going to be, exceeding what they are at the moment. The lake's going to be really well looked after. So I think a big thanks from myself and from CARPology. Thanks very much for your time and thanks for having us down.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Spot on.
Excellent.
Yeah. I wonder if I pressed the record button.
Ah, Jesus.
I did.